Having given you an introduction to an heat engine, here we will discuss the efficiency of a heat engine in more detail. When we discuss the ideal heat engine, we did talk about efficiency, but as I said, let's look at efficiency in more detail and how we can change or improve the efficiency of an ideal heat engine. So let me quickly revise what we discussed in the heat engine. So we had a diagram like this. This is the schematic diagram of an ideal heat engine. And what happens in a heat engine is that we have the source at a higher temperature T1 and we have the sink at a lower temperature T2. And from the source, which is at higher temperature, heat Q1 is taken in, and this heat is used to do work, and some part of the heat is lost to the sink at low temperature. And we get this equation: Q1 is W plus Q2. And therefore W is equal to Q1 minus Q2, and we found out that the efficiency is work done upon the input Q1, so Q1 minus Q2 upon Q1, and this can be written as efficiency as, if we have an ideal gas, T1 minus T2 upon T1, that would be 1 minus T2 upon T1. So let me write it over here again. Efficiency is equal to 1 minus T2 upon T1. This is the equation for the efficiency of an ideal heat engine. As you can see in the equation, the efficiency depends only on the temperatures, T1 temperature of the source and T2 temperature of the sink. Now let us think in terms of that we want to increase the efficiency of this ideal heat engine. So what we can do is, as you can clearly see in this equation, we can play around with these two temperatures. For example, if I increase T1, if I increase this value over here T1, this number would decrease and we would have larger efficiency. Or the other option is that we decrease T2. If we decrease T2, again what will happen is that we'll get a smaller number over here and efficiency will increase. So if I want to increase the efficiency of the ideal heat engine, I have two options. One is lower temperature T2. So I go to a lower temperature of the sink. The lower I go, I get more efficiency. Or increase T1. Increase the temperature of the source. So I get a hotter substance over here and the efficiency increases. So these are two ways by which we can increase the efficiency of an ideal heat engine. Let us see what happens when we increase it by the same amount. Let us say we keep T2 constant and increase T1, and in this next case we do the opposite. Let us say in the first case, let us say we keep, let us say T1 constant, and we get, in the first case, let us say T2 is constant, we keep and we increase T1 by delta T. And in the second case, we keep T1 constant and T1 is constant, and we lower T2 by the same amount, delta T. Remember, delta T is same. Here we are increasing by delta T, here we are decreasing by delta T. Now, we may think that in both the cases there should not be any change in efficiency, or the efficiency over here and here would be same, but that is not the case. What is observed experimentally, that this is more effective, meaning that lowering the temperature of the sink, gives us more efficiency as compared to increasing the temperature of the source. Even though both these values are still same, here when we decrease it by T2, here we'll get more efficiency. And we can show that mathematically also, and that's the objective of this video. I'll show to you mathematically as to how this is a better option. It gives us more efficiency. So let us start off with this. We know eta is equal to 1 minus T2 upon T1. Let me use this space. So from this, I'll just write eta is equal to 1 minus T2 upon T1. Therefore, or if I look at this equation, eta is 1 minus T2 upon T1, then T2 upon T1 is equal to 1 minus eta, and therefore I can write T2 is equal to T1 into 1 minus eta. I've done this because I'll be using this equation when I do these mathematical calculations. So T2 is equal to T1 into 1 minus eta. Now let us say we have keeping T2 constant. We are not changing T2 and we are increasing delta T. We are increasing the temperature of the source. So what will be the new efficiency? So our temperatures are T1 plus delta T and T2. Therefore, efficiency, the new efficiency eta 1 would be 1 minus T2 we are keeping constant upon T1 plus delta T. Therefore, eta 1 would be equal to T1 plus delta T minus T2 upon T1 plus delta T is equal to T1 plus delta T minus, now T2 is T1 into 1 minus eta upon T1 plus delta T. To save time, I'll quickly solve this. So I'll get T1 plus delta T minus T1 plus eta T1 upon T1 plus delta T. T1 minus T1 will get cancelled and I'll get eta T1 plus delta T upon T1 plus delta T. So this would be the new efficiency based on, so the original efficiency into T1 plus delta T and this. So this will give us the new efficiency when we keep T2 constant and we increase T1 plus delta T. Let us see what happens in this case. Now in this case what we'll do is we will keep T1 constant and lower T2 by the same amount delta T. This delta T is same at both locations. So efficiency, the new efficiency eta 2 would be 1 minus T2. Now T2 is T2 minus delta T upon T1. T1 is we are keeping constant is equal to T1 minus T2 plus delta T upon T1 is equal to T1 minus T2 plus delta T upon T1 is equal to T1 minus T2 upon T1 plus delta T upon T1. I hope you are following with me in the math calculations. T1 minus T2 upon T1 delta T upon T1. Now what is this term? T1 minus T2 upon T1. T1 minus T2 upon T1 is the old efficiency eta. So I'll write down here eta plus delta T upon T1. That will give me T1 in the denominator and eta T1 plus delta T. And eta 2 is equal to eta T1 plus delta T upon T1. And now let us compare these two equations. The first efficiency was n eta, in this efficiency is eta 1 and eta 2. Now if I look at these two equations, the numerator is same, eta T1 plus delta T, eta T1 plus delta T. But the denominator over here is T1 plus delta T, whereas here it is only T1. And quite obviously, eta 1 will be smaller because it is being divided by a larger number. And therefore, I can conclude that eta 1 would be lesser than eta 2. This would be higher. We will get higher efficiency over here. And therefore, this is the preferred option. We keep T1 constant and we decrease the temperature of the sink. That will give us higher efficiency. Thank you.